Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and if you are new, I'm Jade and welcome. So today I am doing an everything5pounds.com haul. Now I shopped from them, maybe the last time was about 5 years ago, and honestly I wasn't sold on a lot of what I got, and obviously So I last ordered from them probably about 5 years ago, and honestly there wasn't much that I got before that really made me want to shop there again. However, my mum saw an advert for them and wanted some boots for her birthday. She asked me if I would get them. So I decided while I was on there to have a little look around and order some more stuff, and we can decide if they've improved at all, whether it's worth shopping there. Because I know there was a huge hype over it a few years back. I don't really see as many people shopping there anymore, so I thought I would give it a go. So I put my order through, and then here arrived this massive box full of stuff from there. But there is a few things I want to mention about the site in general before we get into what I have actually purchased. Just a little side note, I actually finally got my hair cut the other day, so it is really nice. Like this morning I literally just got up and brushed it. I've done nothing to it and it just looks so much nicer and healthier than it has been, because it literally was 8 months ago or something like that I last got it cut. So yeah, super excited that I finally got around to doing that. I am terrible with things like that. But yeah, that was kind of like going off the point. So back to everything5pounds.com. So the few things I wanted to mention before I show you what I bought was firstly the postage cost of this site. So obviously everything's pretty cheap, but it did cost me like almost £9 shipping for that, and that wasn't expedited, that was just the regular shipping that I went for. There was an expedited version which I think was about £12. I think they work it out on weight, or that's what the website makes out, but I don't know, I do find that a little extortionate, just because I find like normal delivery anywhere else is always like maximum £4.99. So to the fact I paid almost £8, obviously is something to weigh in the factor as we work out whether they are worth shopping with. And then secondly, some of the items are actually more than £5. So definitely when I shopped back on there years ago, everything was actually £5. I definitely worked that out, but now the odd thing is slightly over. So for example, the boots my mum wanted were £5.75. So yeah, just definitely watch the price. Nearly everything is £5, but the odd thing just seems to sneak slightly over. For those of you quickly that don't know this website, basically the idea is that everything you buy is meant to be £5 or just over, as I explained. And they're meant to be just like things that didn't sell from other stores. So I do remember last time I got some pieces, and one was Primark, one was River Island, so it is like hit and miss what brand you're gonna get. Now they are supposed to cut the labels out of the products, and they do most of the time, but last time I managed to figure out where a couple of them were from. So yeah, we can see whether we can decipher that in this video, but let's get on into the video and I can show you what I got. Okay, so the first thing was a shacket. If you've watched my other videos, you probably know I quite like them. And this is it. Now I don't know exactly how this is showing in the camera, but honestly it just kind of looks like a thick shirt, but not like in a shacket way. Like it feels really more like a thick shirt. Yeah, it's quite thick quality. It's by a company called Benim, because they didn't even remove the label. I've never heard of Benim, let me know if you have. But yeah, I'm not really sure I'm feeling it, honestly. It's not at all like what it looked like in the photos on the website. The website make it look like a really nice jacket that maybe would even look nice, something you could dress up, whereas this looks casual as hell. So it wasn't really what I was expecting, but let's go and try it on and see what we think of it. Okay, so this is the shacket on. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Like I definitely wouldn't see this in a store and pick it up, but it actually looks quite nice on as a jacket. Obviously it's quite thin for a jacket, because as I said, it is definitely more like just a shirt. It feels kind of like wearing a thick kind of lumberjack shirt over your clothes, a little bit like wearing like a little men's shirt or something, but I do actually quite like how it looks. Like it's quite like the way it sort of sits on the body is quite nice. The sort of collar area definitely needs sorting. That definitely got a bit squashed in its journey to me, but no, like I am pleasantly surprised. Like done up, I don't think I'd actually want to wear it as a shirt. I just don't think it would be that flattering. Yeah, like I'm not really a fan of it done up, but like undone as a actual like sort of jacket kind of vibe, it would have to definitely be for like just something to throw over spring summer kind of time. But yeah, like overall pleasantly surprised compared to what I thought when I picked it up. Not as like nice looking as in the photos as I said, but not bad. So yeah, I mean I'll just about give it a thumbs up. Okay, so the next thing I ordered was a pair of trousers. Now I quite like floaty trousers, especially for the summer, you know, for those days that you're not really vibing with your shorts or your skirt and you just want to be a bit more covered up. So yeah, I got some what I thought were some floaty trousers, and well, this is them. They have like a tie bit at the front, but it's not actually like elasticated, it's just like something you can tie, but it doesn't actually tighten the trousers. They actually look quite big, so I did order them in 12, but hopefully, you know, they will fit. But they're a lot shinier than I was expecting. They look a little bit like curtains, if I'm entirely honest with you. I'd say they're like, overall, they're probably not actually bad quality. It's just not, again, what I was expecting. I was expecting that sort of more standard, you know, material for these kind of trousers. The more like almost jogging, thin jogging bottom material or something. So yeah. I don't know, like they might actually look really nice though, I'm not sure of these. So again, let's go and see. Okay, so these are the trousers. They actually fit really well, so that's the first thing. They're definitely true to size 12. Like they fit really nicely, they're a really nice height on the waist. Please ignore if it is a bit bulky. I've like shoved my jumper in them, and obviously you'd usually wear it it'd probably look best, I guess, with a bodysuit or just like a thin vest that you can just briefly tuck it in. I just think that, yeah, with a jumper tucked in, it is a little bit lumpy and bulky at the front. So excuse that, because that's not the trousers' fault. They're a very thin, light material. They do feel a little like silky curtains, like I kind of said. And they do sort of have a little bit of that pattern. But, you know, it's something a little bit brighter, especially because I would see these definitely as sort of like summer trousers, summer lounge around trousers, casual trousers. So they're not bad. Like, I certainly don't love them, but for the price, I can't really complain. And I'd probably be quite happy to just chill around them in the summer. They're definitely very comfortable. The only other thing I don't really like is the bow is at the front, to the side, which is different because most tie in the middle, and I quite like not having it here, but like it's like it joins to start like here. I feel like it should still come round and tie at the side rather than sort of start almost in the middle. So that's the only thing I don't really like design wise about them, but the actual shape and everything, otherwise I don't mind at all. So yeah, I don't mind these. Let's just say I definitely wouldn't usually buy them, but they're not bad. Okay, so the next thing I ordered was a jumper, because I kind of figured usually you can't go wrong with sweaters and jumpers. Like usually fit wise they're not usually too bad, and you know, especially for this price, I just kind of thought, yeah, like if I get a jumper that'll be safe. And honestly, in the picture I really liked this one, but in person it does not look the same. So this is the jumper. As you can see, it's kind of like white, a weird kind of stretchy scrunched up material, with some kind of like random black sewing parts to like add decoration to it. It looked a lot more like black and white check in the photo, and just, yeah, you would never have got that it was this weird material from the photo. So I can honestly say I think I'm gonna hate it, but let's go and try it. Okay, so as I thought, I'm not really a fan of this. Like, the material is just not very nice. I don't even feel like it'd be that warm, like, for a jumper. And and then it's kind of got so much excess material around this area that I think it just kind of makes me look bigger than I am, because it's kind of clingy at the front, but then all this excess material at the side, and then like the sleeves are like, they're elasticated and they're like really tight, which I think would just kind of get irritating. I like that they don't like ride up because of it, but I feel like they'd actually be a little itchy. So yeah, like it doesn't look as horrendous like because it's black and white as like I kind of thought it might in terms of the actual like pattern, but yeah, like quality and everything else, just no, not for me. It just doesn't fit right. Oh, by the way, they have cut the label out of this one, but it starts with a B, so I have a feeling it's that Benim brand again because the B looks the same. Okay, I'm going to show you two items now because I'm going to pair them together to try them on, because I sort of bought them thinking they could be an outfit. The first is a shirt with a quite extravagant collar, which is this. Now, the collar, I don't know how well it shows up in the camera, is kind of this massive black lace collar, which I thought in the photos looked really cool and just like added something to your top half when I was looking at their photos. But honestly, like the material of this is quite disgusting. Like it feels kind of stiff and just like it's gonna screw up as soon as you iron it. Like it just isn't nice. And yeah, it's by Unica Paris, because they left the label in this one. Another brand I haven't heard of, but it feels like those kind of random clothes you see on like cheap as hell market stores or those really random pop-up shops that come along. So yeah, I'm not really holding out much hope for this, but again, we shall see. It might surprise me, but I just don't really like the material, so I just don't know if it'll feel good on, even if it looks okay, but we will see. Then to go with that, I also ordered a skirt because my wardrobe is lacking skirts, and it is this. It's quite a thickish one. I would say it's like, it is a mini skirt, I would say, but like not too short. I actually really like the pattern. It feels decent quality compared to a lot of the products so far in this haul. They have cut the label out of this, so I have no clue what brand this originally was. It does look quite big though, and it's definitely not like stretchy or anything, so if it's either gonna fit or it's not. So yeah, it's definitely the nicest so far, I would say, of like a first impression, but again, I just don't know if I have high expectations for it when I put it on. Okay, this outfit is so disappointing because I think you could see where I was going with it when I ordered it to put them together, and I think it had so much potential, but it was just a clear miss from what it was supposed to be. So first off, as I said, the material of the shirt is just not nice. Like it's really rustly and it screws up easily, but I do love the design, and I just now need to find like a better quality version. I just think this whole lace detail for the collar is just beautiful because it's so big compared to like the little collars you usually see. I just think that is lovely, but it is just the material, and also the sleeves are like such a weird length. They're like too short for me, but they're definitely not like 3/4. I mean, I suppose you could like roll them or something, but then I kind of feel like it misses the sleek vibe that the collar would bring. So yeah, that's that. Like it's such a shame because I do think it could look so nice if it was just right. And then the skirt is just too big. I did think it looked quite big. Yeah, like I could get a good few more inches in here. I would say definitely more of like size 14 to 16 this skirt. I am a size 12. I ordered it in what should have been a 12. Like it stays up while it's tucked in, but it sort of like slowly like goes lower than you'd want it, because obviously it's supposed to be super high-waisted, and I think if it just like fitted me better, I think it could be flattering, but I think because it doesn't, it like gives no shape, and that is quite a shame because it is quite a nice piece on its own, but it really does not fit me right. Okay, so the next item I bought in mind thinking I could maybe wear it to work. So one of my jobs is in a school, so obviously you kind of have to dress somewhat smart, right? So I've got one dress that I tend to wear to the school these days, which I bought from In The Style, which I really like actually. Some people would probably call it granny-ish, but I think it works for the occasion. But you know, if people call my other dress granny-ish, you wait till you see this one. And this is it. The pleats on the bottom are so tiny. They remind me of those old lady skirts with the kind of just like pleated layer over the top. And it's very, very see-through as well. It's by Copper Rose, maybe? It's kind of hard because it doesn't have two R's, but it kind of looks like Copper Rose or maybe Copper Hose. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not really sure I'm gonna vibe with this one, but maybe when I try it on I will think, oh no, that will look good for work. Who knows? Let's go and try it. Okay, so this is the dress on. Now, it's not as horrendous as I had in my head, like seeing it. Like the small pleats are actually so subtle that you don't notice it as much in person. I do quite like the floral pattern. You know, I do think it's definitely the sort of vibe I would often go for a dress, like working in a school, because it's a decent length. It actually fits around my boobs, which is like a rare thing. Like usually like they have like gaping holes where the buttons are. So I really like that about it, but it doesn't seem to fit or sit quite right in this area. But I don't know if like with a belt or something it might kind of just save it, like save the look a little bit. So yeah, like I definitely wouldn't usually buy it, but you know, it's not as bad as I thought. So I quickly threw a belt on just to see. I do think it helps, I think, because it makes it cinch in a bit more rather than just hang. I mean, I still don't like love it, but it definitely makes it better. So all of those were my main clothing items, but I did order a couple of accessories. The first one being this scarf. Yeah, they definitely have taken the brand off of it. I love the colour. It is magenta. It looked a bit more like hot pink on the website, I will say. So I kind of wish, honestly, that it was, but it's still beautiful. It is quite thin, but like it's still very, very nice. I'm actually quite happy, I think, with this one, just because it does feel quite long and it feels quite good quality. I'll just try it on like here just so you can see it, because you don't really need a full body view to see a scarf. But yeah, like I feel like I am quite happy with this. I just wanted something like bright to accessorize with, just to brighten up my clothes, because I do wear a lot of black and grey and things, so I just thought this might add a little something. I used to love scarves, but I haven't worn them as much lately. So yeah, I just thought this was pretty. So, you know, as it goes, I quite actually like this one. I also ordered another scarf, which is this one, which is like black and grey. It has like check at the bottom and stripes for the main part. I will honestly say this is cheap. Like the material is so thin. I don't like it at all. Like the colours look like, you know, where you've washed something way too many times. Like they're meant to be like grey and black, but it's so like faded that it even also maybe even like feels like it has a dark blue tint in it. I'm just not, no. I'm just not a fan. It looked like in the photos that it could look like really classy, but I just don't think so. Like, I think on, like, it probably looks better than it does when you're just like looking at it. But I don't know, like it is definitely thinner, but then again to wear it's quite lightweight, so I don't know. There's pros, like considering the prices of these things, I still don't think this is exactly bad value. I just don't think it would be worth much more than that either. So like to be that you think you're getting the kind of like not sold items from other places, I don't know. But no, it is better than I thought it was gonna be. Now I'm not going to show you the boots I got my mum because they're actually boxed in like really nice, and I don't want to take them out and not get them back in looking nice to give to her. But I did buy myself some boots which come in this box, and the make says Sergio Tozzi on it. Means nothing to me. I don't know who would usually sell them, but these are actually like sort of like cowboy western boots because I quite like country music and I go to country festival, so I just thought I would grab these because they were obviously only like £5 to see what I thought. First off, the box is tiny compared to like what I expect the size of the shoe, so yeah, it's not great because like I've just opened it and I don't know how well you can see in the camera, but they've obviously like folded them in here, so I feel like it's gonna put like a whole line through the shoe. So yeah, they've just kind of like folded it down when it should be up, and now it's just gonna do this, which is kind of stupid. I know, like, I guess when you wear it, it'll probably like sort itself out, but yeah, this is what they look like. They've just got this little like gold star pattern and some gold stitching. They're quite like plainish really as cowboy boots go, but yeah, they're definitely like not bad. I would say they're definitely worth the money, but maybe I should like try them on and we can see if they actually fit. Okay, so I've pointed the camera down so you can hopefully see them. They just look like this. For the price, I really can't complain. Obviously, like compared to like proper Western cowboy boots, these aren't great, but they cost a lot of money if you know anything about that kind of fashion. So yeah, for the price, definitely worth it just to like mess around in at festivals and stuff, I would say. The only thing I don't like is that I did get them in a size 6, which is my size, and I feel like they sort of are true to size, but the toes, because they're so pointy, they do feel a little bit squashed, so I'm not really sure that they'd actually be very comfy if you wore them for too long. So that's kind of my reservation, but you know, they're not bad considering the price. Okay, so that is everything I got. Was it worth it? Well, what do you think? I can honestly say I would probably not shop there again, or it would have to be something that like really caught my eye to make me want to, because I just feel for that much shipping, like if you don't like it, it's just so much, I don't know, it's just so much money, and then trying to sort out returns and stuff. I feel like you're gonna be dealing with returns a lot more, and if you know you don't live somewhere where it's easy to return, like to post offices and stuff, I just feel like that's so inconvenient. But yeah, like it's really fun to definitely look what they have, so I'm not saying like don't shop there or anything like that, but obviously you do need to kind of really search through for the bargains and just kind of hope that you get something that looks like the picture. I hope you enjoyed watching this anyway, and I will see you again real soon. Bye!